name is Natisha Willis. I'm your Freedom Friend, marketing and freedom strategist. And so my job is really to help you to get clients, book clients, retain clients, and really get paid to do what you love, right? That's that's basically what I do. And so I work a lot of times with new entrepreneurs. So I meet a lot of people. No matter what I do or where I'm going, I make it a point to meet someone new. So I love to meet people, and I'm always meeting new entrepreneurs simply because I feel like entrepreneurs are the ones who effect change in our communities and ultimately the world. And so the point of the new podcast that I'm rolling out, which by the way, you can get on if you just go to freedomfriendsclub.com, you can be the first to know about it. The reason that I'm rolling it out is because I have met so many people over the past few years that I really just want to share them with everyone else that I know. And so the podcast will really just allow me to do that. I'll be able to share all the entrepreneurs that I've met in my travels, with other entrepreneurs, and really just with people who follow me and who enjoy the work that I'm doing as it relates to freedom friends. So a freedom friend is basically someone, a friend who helps you to achieve your freedom. And whether that's freedom from your 9 to 5, if that's financial freedom, whatever it is, it takes a team, right? And I'm all about freedom requires friends. And in order to achieve your freedom, you definitely have to be friends with the right people. And so I'm all about creating your own dream team of freedom friends, your own dream team of freedompreneurs, really just getting in front of the people who will help you to achieve your freedom, whether that's a marketing strategist, a Facebook ad strategist, a graphic designer, a copywriter. Whatever it is that you need is so important that we really get into the habit of connecting with people. And so, as entrepreneurs, oftentimes, as we attempt to connect with both our audience, right? So those who we are potential clients for us, but also those who have the potential to help us to attract clients, right? So if we're partnering with other entrepreneurs, that's another way that we can really offer complete solutions to our clients. But it's also a way that we can stay in our zones of genius, right? So our zone of genius is really about that place where can't nobody touch us. You know, it's like Serena Williams in tennis, or Jackie Joyner Kersee in track and field, or Oprah in interviewing, right? When you are in your zone of genius, can't nobody touch you in that. And so it's so important that we get into our zone of genius. And really, that's our purpose. That's what we've been called to do. And that's really almost our reason for, not even almost, but that is our reason for being here on earth, right? Is to operate inside of our purpose. And oftentimes, as new entrepreneurs, there's so many other things that have to be done. As new entrepreneurs, often and frequently, we are solopreneurs, right? So we're like one man, one woman shows. And so there's copy that needs to be written, there's graphics that need to be created. Of course, there's the sales and the marketing, there's the meeting people, there's creating the strategy. So you've got to be the visionary, the marketing director, the virtual assistant. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many hats that we wear. And so what I am looking to do with not only the podcast, but with my entire movement is really to help us as employed entrepreneurs, those of us who are transitioning from our 9 to 5, to really start assembling our team. And I recognize that I've met so many people who are freedom friends, and I want to introduce you to them. So that's the podcast, right? Now, in terms of nobody cares until they trust you, it is vitally important. This is one of the things that I teach as far as it relates to being a freedom friend yourself. Most of us go into business because there's some solution that we're looking to create. There's someone who we want to help. And oftentimes we get so caught up in wanting to help and provide our solution that we go from one of two extremes. We're either hard, leading with our sale, trying to sell everyone into our programs, enroll everyone we meet into our programs and sell our products, or we go the opposite extreme where we give everything, 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 and don't enroll anyone into our programs, right? And I've been on both ends of the spectrum. And so I wanted to share, because I was speaking with someone today, really about the value of making connections and ultimately what I like to call just making friends, really. And the ability to make friends. The reason that I said nobody cares until they trust you is that often we forget about the friendship part. We forget about how to just talk to people. And so I call it chess move marketing, is what I like to call it. In the game of chess, typically each move that you make is part of a 3 to 5 move strategy, right? Chess move marketing. And oftentimes when we are speaking to people, if you make your first step really all about creating that friendship, then it's much, much easier for you to come back and speak to someone about your product or your service after you've made that initial connection. So this idea that nobody cares until they trust you really goes really deep into the fact that as entrepreneurs, it's important we're making connections. Why? Because it doesn't, you know how they say there's 6 degrees of separation? Well, with social media, I feel like there's now 3. And so with 3 degrees of separation, what that means is that often every person that we meet may not directly be our customer or client, but chances are very likely that they're connected with our customers or clients. And so the more that we're able to connect and really just show care about people, and really just connect with people we care about, right? Because who went into business for themselves to work with people they don't like? If you were going to do that, you could have just stayed at your job. At least that's my take on it. So I say that nobody cares until they trust you, because it's important that we learn how to become a bit more trustworthy than what we're used to being. So with that, definitely, like I said, I'm going to be teaching more about being trustworthy, how to build trust with your customers, how to build trust with the people that you meet on a day-to-day basis. And all you have to do to find out about this is like my page if you haven't already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Natisha Willis. The page is at the same name, Natisha Willis. So with that, I wish you well, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Peace.